Hello friends, how are you all? I am doing great. So today I am going to make a quick dhaba style paneer curry, which is my husband's absolute favorite dish. So let's start making. So I'm going to talk in English so that all my non-Tamilian friends can also understand. So I'll give all the details in the description box as well. So I'm taking 200 grams of paneer. I'm going to saute this paneer for a couple of minutes. Tablespoon of oil, salt, half teaspoon of chili powder. Mix it nicely. Keep the flame to the lowest so that it won't burn. Now let's add in the paneer pieces, which we are going to sort this for a couple of seconds, not more than that. Otherwise it will turn rubbery. Be gentle with the paneer pieces, otherwise it may break. Keep flipping the paneer pieces. After a few seconds you can notice it will start to brown. It will start to brown. Now let's keep this aside and let's start the gravy. So for this I am taking 1/4 cup of curd, which I am whisking it completely. This step is very important for this gravy. So whisk it very nicely without any lumps. Then keep it aside. 3 tomatoes, and I'm having some masalas, salt, garam masala, jeera powder, coriander powder and chili powder. 2 onions and 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of oil to the kadai, which is nice and hot now. You can add the whole garam masalas, jeera, cloves, cinnamon, star anise and bay leaf. Adding in the masala, fry for a couple of seconds. You get a nice aroma now. Now let's add in the finely chopped onions. Fry the onions till it turns golden brown. It takes some time, be patient. You can add a teaspoon of oil to speed up the process. Adding a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Saute this very well so that all the raw smell leaves. Now it is sauteed completely. Time to add in the masalas. So after adding the masalas, I would suggest to add a few tablespoons of water so that the masalas won't burn. And mine is a cast iron pan which retains the heat very well. So I am adding some water. Otherwise, the masalas will burn. It won't cook properly. Another 2 tablespoons of water. Keep stirring. Keep cooking the masalas. After a point of time, you can see the masalas will start to leave the pan. The oil will separate and the color will slightly change. For a good dhaba style curry, the masalas need to be cooked properly, and this is a very important step in a dhaba style curry. So you can see the oil has separated so nicely. Now let's add in the pureed tomatoes. I pureed 3 large tomatoes. Mix in completely. Cook for few more minutes. Now the tomatoes are completely cooked with mixed with the masalas. Mix completely. Scrape the sides. See, you can see some chunks remaining. I would suggest you to grind everything nicely. So cover and cook for 5 to 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, you can see the oil has separated so nicely. Now mix in again. Now I am going to switch off the flame and I am adding the whisked curd. So switching off the flame is very important step, otherwise the curd may curdle because of the heat. So always switch off the flame or keep the flame to the lowest. So mix in completely, adding 1/4 cup of water. Mix it completely, switch on the gas again. Keep the flame low, keep cooking. You can see the oil will separate from the sides. Every time you can see the oil separates very nicely from the sides. Now let's add in a tablespoon of kasturi methi, which gives a very nice flavor, so don't skip this. So I'm crushing and adding here. Mix it completely so that the flavors infuse very well. Again the oil has separated. Now let's add in the paneer pieces. Give in a good mix. Adding some chopped coriander leaves. Mixing it completely. Now you can see the gravy has slightly thickened up. So I'm going to adjust the consistency with water. Adding 1/4 cup of water and cooking again so that the paneer can absorb some masalas, and then finishing off with a tablespoon of ghee, which gives a very nice flavor. Now you can see the gravy has turned out so nice and it is so aromatic. Now let's start making with the lacha paratas. Here I am taking the normal chapatika dough, which I am rolling it so thin. Don't worry about this shape or the side sticking. Just roll it so thin. I'm adding a little bit of ghee, applying all over it. Now let's start folding the, so you can fold it like this. Then slightly expand it this way. Make a circle out of it. Then seal the edges. Now the edges are completely sealed. Dust it with some dry flour. Then roll it again. Now it doesn't need to be so thin or not so thick. Rolled it completely. You can see the layers very nicely here. Transfer it to the medium hot tawa. Wait till the bubbles appear. So once you can see the bubbles, you can just flip it over, adding a teaspoon of oil. Keep cooking. So if you feel like it's very dry, you can add a tablespoon of ghee again. Even oil can be used. So the both the sides are cooked so nicely. That's it. The lacha paratha is ready.